Okay guys, we're back with another long-awaited Otome game. Well, not long-awaited because nobody asked for this, but I do love khywae games or khywae games. Their games are always one of my favorites, and this is one of the first ones I think was they made. I think, I'm not too sure, but it's a Resident Evil dating sim. Leon S. Kennedy, Requiem's Echo, which disclaimer, I've never played Resident Evil in my life. I just saw this and I know he's a very popular character in the game Resident Evil. It's a horror game and I'm pretty sure it's gonna go off base it's going to go off base the Resident Evil games in the first place. So I have no idea about his character, I have no idea about the game, and I have no idea about the paragraph, but we're gonna get into it because either way, and he seems like an interesting character, and you guys, a lot of you guys love him. So the only thing I know about Resident Evil is this character, the Ipano, I think Carlos, I think his name is, and Chris Redfield, because Queso talks about him all the time. So we're gonna get into it. New game. If you guys want to play this yourself, by the way, the link is gonna be in description, so let me know. And if this is getting too long, then I'm gonna put it in 2 parts. So I'll let you guys know as well. So here we go. You step out of the worn out house, the door creaking behind you as it swings shut. The weight of your gear drags at your body, but it's not just the equipment, it's the years. You've been preparing for this night longer than you care to admit. Every step feels heavy. But you can't stop, not now. This is a zombie game. I know it's a horror zombie game, but of course I don't know anything else. So we're trying to survive. We're trying to survive here with obviously our love interest, Leon. And there's a good and bad ending here. So let's see if we could try to get the good ending, because I feel like I keep getting bad endings. Like, what's wrong? Your gaze lingers on the window. Inside, the shadows of your old life remain, a life that feels like a ghost now. Photographs on the walls, dust-covered remnants of forgotten hobbies. There was a time when you had dreams, other dreams. But they're long since crumbled, replaced by a singular consuming purpose, hunting. You hear it. Birds flapping in hurried ascent. You know what that means. Sunset is close. It's time. It's time for what? The bonfire pierces the encroaching darkness, a lone beacon amidst the towering trees. You finish threading the barbed wire from tree to tree, building a harsh perimeter around the clearing, a trap with no escape. Your gaze drifts toward the horizon as the sun sinks lower, disappearing behind the trees, casting long shadows that stretch like dark fingers, clawing at the ground. You need to be fast, they'll come soon. Put tripwires aside the clearing. As well, put tripwires only inside the clearing. I'm gonna put it outside as well because it's better to be safe than sorry. You extend the explosives beyond the clearing, placing tripwires along the outer perimeter. If any of them manage to slip past the first line of defense, these will catch them. Tonight there's no escape. The forest deepens into shadow. As you finish setting the tripwires, you nod, satisfied, but there's one last step. Putting out a knife, you make a swift cut across your palm, letting your blood drip onto the soil. It's dark, almost black in the fading light, and the ground drinks it up, vanishing as quickly as it falls. You wrap the wound with a strip of cloth, tightening it until the pain is just a dull throb. You don't usually do this, they're already drawn to the living. But today is different. You need all of them to come. You try tracking them to to their layers before, but the tunnels are too winding, too deep, too impossible to navigate. So instead you draw them out, just like they lure humans, using their scent to pull people to their deaths. This is zombies, right? To make it seem like this kind of like vampires. Like, is it like some kind of hybrid or something? I'm not too sure. I know it sounds dumb because I never played the game. It's a brutal contest of hunters, and you intend to be the last one standing. This girl really likes to be surviving because my survival skills are not that good. I would have been like, after, I feel like maybe a couple months to 1 year, be like, oh hell no, I'ma just let it happen, because at that point, sliding the gas mask over your face, the rubber cool and constricting against your skin, you settle behind a tree. A sharp pang of isolation digs into you. You wish you didn't have to do this alone, but the remaining townsfolk have turned, obviously. Consumed by whatever the creatures emit, they've become something else, something hollow. You need to put a stop to this before they sacrifice someone else. The last rays of sunlight disappear, leaving a dense, suffocating silence. It's as if the forest itself is holding its breath, aware of what's coming. Your hands tremble slightly as you grip the flamethrower. It's metal cold, despite the sweat on your palms. As soon as the creatures step into the clearing, the explosives will rip through the first wave, and the barbed wire will hold the rest in place. Then more will come. You'll pick them off, wave by wave, until nothing's left by ash. After all these years of hunting, it's all down to this. Tonight, either way, you kill them all, and they finally take you. Great for this. Leon's POV. Leon drives into the city. Again, I really do like these character models. The streets dead and abandoned. Another ghost town, courtesy of Umbrella. Boarded windows, doors nailed shut, like they're trying to keep something out or in. He wonders how many are there. He thought that after Umbrella's downfall, they had dealt with all of them, but every now and then another one pops up. He feels it, a prickle on the back of his neck. His eyes flick to a cracked window as he passes, but there's nothing there. Just shadows shifting with the last light of day. I hate it when the neighbors are this quiet. The sun sinks lower, bleeding orange and red across the sky. He sighs, tapping his fingers on the handlebars. He wanted to get there here earlier, but the mission briefing dragged on, and the local cops weren't exactly helpful. They're not helpful either way, bro. No zombies are zombies. Well, sometimes. When he asked if they'd seen anything strange, they all gave him the same blank stare. Hope. Nope, nothing, sir. He's not sure if they're lying, clueless, or just terrified. Could be all three, really. His GPS flashes, guiding him toward the lab on the outskirts. It's nestled in the forest up on a hill. Easy enough, right? Just find the missing team, check the lab, and get out. Simple. Is Broke wearing is that like dark circles? He wearing mascara? Or no, eyeliner. Simple. Except it never is. Leon kills the engine and swings off the bike, the silence wrapping around him. The air feels wrong. Too still, the kind of stillness that gets under your skin. Okay, Leon, just another spooky forest. What could go wrong? He moves on foot, the ground soft under his boots, dead leaves muffling his steps. His hand hovers near his gun. The path is narrow, overgrown, and the shadows stretch out long in the fading light. Then he sees it, a flickering light through the trees. Leon stops, narrowing his eyes. Someone's here. Maybe it's the missing team or something else. It's us, obviously. He steps off the path, crouching low behind a tree for cover, watching the bonfire pulse in the dark. Whoever's camping out here has terrible taste in ambiance. Whoa! Don't do that. Don't do that. I know he's not. He didn't even meet me. He's already roasted me. He's already roasted me. That is crazy work, Leon. Then a faint smell hits him, sweet, cloying, almost floral. He grips his gun. Even in a zombie apocalypse, we still got a little Gucci perfume on us, or what? Like, what are we talking about floral? Rolling around in the dirt all day with these zombies, talking about floral. He grips his gun tighter, muscles tensing as his instincts kick in. This isn't the usual rotting stench of BOWs. WS. Big, over, wicked, sycophants. This is different, wrong. Whatever's ahead, it feels like it's calling to him. The last of the sunlight slips behind the trees. Darkness closes in, and the light flickers again, casting eerie shadows that seem to reach for him. He moves forward, slow and steady, his senses on high alert. He's done this before, more times than he cared to remember. Whatever's waiting in the dark is not going to catch him off guard. Leon's head is getting foggy, his senses dulled. He can see the fire now, a huge bonfire lighting up in the dark. Spotting an opening, he steps forward, but something brushes against his chest, a wire. The faint beeping reaches him a second too late. Guess I really walked into that one. The tripwire triggers a deafening blast tearing through the air. Bro! Okay, guys. We're gonna do this again because so dumb, guys. I'm gonna fast forward to the part because why? I know I wanted to make sure, but I kind of knew I was gonna mess up either way. So let's go to the part and let's go only inside the clearing because that's where we messed up. It'll be drawn to the backfire like mouse to the flank, concentrating the explosives within the clearing, but ensure they're right where you want them when the trap springs. Excuse my ridiculousness. The forest deepens into the shadow. You know it sounds bad. There's one last step. Pulling a knife, you make a cut. Okay. I'm gonna go fast forward to Leon because okay, we're gonna get it. And then he roasts us because we have bad taste, it looks like. Man, I hate doing this. Okay. Now we made it. You listen, breath fogging the inside of your gas mask. The forest feels suffocating, every shadow pressing in thick with tension. A sharp creaking noise breaks the silence, the sound of Chitnu's legs scraping over dry bark, the familiar clicks and snaps you've come to associate with the creatures. They're here. Your heart pounds and you steady your breath, the filtered air dry and stale against your lips. Fingers tightening around the flamethrower, you prepare to rise from your hiding spot, every muscle coiled. But then, moment catches your eye, a figure slipping through the clearing, a man. You freeze, watching as he steps closer to your traps. Wait, is he? He's disabling your tripwires. Your pulse races, heart hammering in your ears. Without thinking, you sprint from your spot, weaving through the traps you've committed to memory. You stop! Your voice comes out muffled, distorted by the mask, but he halts, turning to face you. For a split second, you're taken aback. He's not what you expected. Sharp features, piercing eyes, striking in a way that seems out of place here. Not the kind of person you expect to stumble into a nightmare like this. Your gaze flickers to his hand hovering near his gun. Posture tense and controlled. Definitely not a civilian. What the hell do you think you were doing? These traps are mine. I mean, I'm not gonna be doing all that a lot, man. Like, I'm not gonna be so alarmed about it. So, these traps are mine. I'd appreciate if you didn't mess with them. Exactly. He glances around at the scattered wires, looking almost amused. Oh, my bad. He don't give a... How many did you disable already? He tilts his head, thinking for a moment. A few? You curse under your breath, gripping the flamethrower tighter. Just your luck, a clueless outsider. Ruin a day you've waited years for. Why do you need so many explosives? I'm hunting. His eyes shift to the flamethrower in your hands, then the barbed wire strung between trees. You have a rather unconventional way of hunting. You take a steadying breath. No time for this. You're not from the town, are you? You really should leave now. Your gaze drifts to the tree line where you sense movement. The scent is starting to seep in. That sickly floral odor the creatures emit. Oh, that's the creatures. That's not us. He's not wearing a mask already. You see a slight daze in his eyes. He won't last long if they get too close. The man shakes his head, taking a step closer. Not an option. I've got to get to the lab, and this is the only way through. You fidget with the flamethrower, torn between curiosity and the frustration. Whoever he is, he needs to leave. You have no idea what's out there. Turn around, wait until morning. Whatever you're looking for at the lab, it's already been ransacked. But do whatever you want, just not right now. The two, we can get a two, but again, we're in an apocalypse or whatever. The monster's outside. I guess the two don't matter right now. A familiar sound echoes through the forest. The same clicking, the same sickening creak. They're getting closer. He hears it too. His stance shifting, eyes narrowing. What exactly are you hunting? Before you can respond, yellow eyes blink to life at the edge of the woods. Dozens of them, gleaming like fireflies in the dark, shifting as they lock onto you. They're more than expected, likely drawn by his scent as well. You can't fight them all without the explosives. Run! You don't wait for his response. Explosions erupt, the ground shaking underfoot, but the creatures charge through the smoke faster than you anticipated. Oh, hell no. What? They dash forward, dodging, traps weaving through the middle wire and explosives. These brothers are track stars? What the hell? I'm gone. This is what I told you. I only last a couple months to a year. I'm gone. Gunshots ring out behind you. You glance back, catching inside of him, firing at the creatures as he turns, somehow keeping pace. Save your bullets, it won't kill them. A sharp crack sound, suddenly warm air seeps into the mask. A piece of debris must have punctured it. You're exposed now, no spare within reach. You can only keep running. Barreling through the underbrush, you fire the flamethrower behind you. A wave of fire scorching the air. The creatures shriek and stumble back, but keep coming. You see him aim, shooting when the explosives break to a nearby tree. The explosion rocks the clearing and smoke blankets everything, the forest erupting into chaos. This brother is... You run until you're far away, gasping as you tear off the broken mask. The cool night air fills your lungs, but it feels like failure. Everything you built is gone. The traps, the explosives, all of it wasted. The man catches up, glancing back at the smoke and fire flickering in the distance. His gun is still in hand, and he looks unfazed. Quite the fireworks show back there. He looks at you, raising an eyebrow. What were those things? You fought them before, right? Your blood boils, and you throw... the broken mask to the ground. It's your fault. It's his fault. I mean, he did kind of ruin our plan, but I'm gonna say it's our fault either way because it's no point in getting mad. It's no point in getting mad at either of us, really, because at that point, that's not really the focus. But I'm just gonna do it. You should have kept going. You should have stuck with the plan and ignored the outsider. Your fury fades, giving away the hollow sense of defeat. I prepared for this day for a long time. I was going to kill all of them. There's no way you could have taken them all down on your own. Exactly, like what we thought we were, though. That's crazy work. You shake your head, chuckling low As tears prickle at your eyes, you have no energy left to argue. Right, I should've known, but I've already failed so many people. What's one more mistake? Look, I didn't mean to mess things up. Leave, outsider, before you mess things up even further. It's not safe here. He narrows his eyes, looking at you with a calm that only makes your frustration flare harder. Not for me, for you. You're going to get yourself killed if you keep this up. Excuse me? You're the one who almost got yourself killed back there. I'm trained for this. I can handle. You don't know these things like I do. They lure you with their scent. You want to get to the lab? Now go ahead, but you'll end up like everyone else who's tried, dead. He pauses, and the first thing you see his expression softens slightly as he studies you. Do you see a team come through here? A lot of people come through here. They go to the lab, they get what they want, and they leave us to our fate. Or they go and never come back. Whoever you're looking for, they're probably dead or worse. We so positive, yo. We are so positive. Like, this man looked back toward the forest, his expression turning somber and thoughtful. I need to go to the lab, figure out what happened to them. I'm not leaving till I do. You shake your head in surprise. Of course, they're all the same. Good luck, you need it. Without waiting for a response, you turn and march away, ignoring the ache in your chest. You have to start all over again, rebuild, rearm. What the hell? Why are we even at this freaking location doing this? You act like there's not more of this, and we act like, I don't know, we acting like we a superhero. Like, girl. Like, what are you doing? We act like we can, once we kill these batches of these creatures, we cannot be good. They're all gone. Like, why are they acting like that? Like, what? I don't understand what's the mentality here. Would I miss something? Like, or what? Like, I'm so confused. Your hand finds the pendant resting against your chest. You grip it tightly, letting the familiar shape press into your skin. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. You storm back to the house, slamming the door behind you. Your gear drops from your hands, but you barely notice. All you can think about is him, the arrogant outsider with a stoic face. Arrogant? Nah. You grit your teeth. He's going to get himself killed, you know. He doesn't even have a mask. The second he gets close to the lab, he's as good as dead. You told him to leave. Warn him what was out there. If he died, that's on him. You owe him nothing. He ruined your plan, your final chance at saving the rest of this town. Oh, we're trying to save the town? But still, like, the same conclusion stands. Like, that's, you act like there are batches of them. That's it. Like, that's not it, girl. I know we're trying to be a hero. I know we're trying to be Wonder Woman. But, come on. But the thought of him stumbling to the lab, clueless, gnaws at you. Why the hell do you care? You shouldn't. You don't. We say we don't as we walk towards where he's going, because that's basically what we're doing. Logical. Despite the hunter's aggression, Leon decides to heed her warning. He waits until early morning before heading to the lab, her sharp words still lingering in his mind. He can't shake the thought that she left too abruptly without giving him a real chance to help. He could have used more intel and maybe kept an eye on her too. The last thing he wants is to watch another life get swallowed by Umbrella's mess. They've taken too much already. He shakes his head, recalling the fierce determination in her eyes, the way she seems set on wiping out those creatures at any cost. There's no doubt in his mind that BOWS. Who is the BOWS? The bows. Who are the bows? Are involved here. He's seen enough of Umbrella's twisted work to recognize the sign. This is making me kind of wish that I actually played the game, because I've seen one playthrough. Who did I see playing this? I don't remember. I think it was Berlin. No. Maybe it was Berlin. But I don't know if he played this or not. I don't remember. I don't remember who played this. I think it was Jack. I watched a playthrough or I didn't. I'm so confused. But I know nothing. It's almost impressive in a grim day. She's held her ground for so long. The lab looms ahead, abandoned and half crumbled. He pushes through the entrance. The hunter hadn't been lying. The place has been thoroughly ransacked. Paper scattered, equipment smashed. Whatever was here is long gone. Perfect. More loose ends. Umbrella has so many labs scattered around the globe. It's been nearly impossible to track them all down. Some, like this one, escaped the government's eye, but not all the mercenaries. He looks around, wondering what they stole this time and what it might lead to. Another outbreak, another bioweapon. It's always something. As soon as he finds out what this new threat is, the better. Maybe the rest of the town and that hunter can still be saved. He pauses, his mind driving back to Spain. The village, the people, so many lives destroyed. So many people who had never had a chance. Spain? Well, Spain? Well, what? He clenches his fist, wishing again that he could stop it all for good. He from Spain? Or no. He's not from Spain, guys. But nothing is ever simple. He's just one man fighting in an endless war. Still, he'll do what he can, like he always does. He pulls himself back to the present, focusing on the task. After rummaging through a few cabinets, he finds a torn notebook, its pages smudged with age and grim. It seems like a personal diary of the lead scientist. We're gonna read it, looks like. April 12, 1988. Initial tests with the mold on humans have been promising. Though at great cost, mortality rates are high, but I am confident we will create a host strong enough to receive the progenitor virus. November 3rd, 1990. I seem to have found a way to reduce mortality rates, but the subjects are changing, disturbingly so. They're becoming more moth-like, though imperfectly. The process of HGT appears to be responsible. These hybrids are now half human, half insect, emitting a powerful scent. So, was that right? It is hybrids? He's half human, half insect, emitting a powerful scent that draws humans toward them. The smell acts like the pheromones of female moths, inducing a heightened arousal state in those nearby. Masks are now mandatory for all personnel in the test areas. Subjects must remain combined at all costs. This might prove useful to capture new test subjects. August 14, 1992. The townsfolk whisper about a creature of folklore roaming the forest which serves our purpose well. And new development subjects have begun reproducing. Their larvae feed exclusively on human flesh. I'm uncertain if these offspring will be able to receive the virus, but its potential breakthrough, we will continue observation. March 2nd, 1983, disappointing results. The offspring are weak, unable to withstand viral integration. It appears that the strength of the parents is critical. Only the strongest host can pass on resilience. The weaker offspring have been discarded. I will require more test subjects, stronger young adults, preferably those in their physical prime. This town's population will be depleted soon if we're not careful. Leon flips the page, but dozens of entries are missing. Years torn away, leaving only the final one, frantic, scrawled handwriting as if the scientist had writing in his last desperate moments. February 8, 2003. Umbrella has cut us off. The facility is compromised. Someone set the creatures loose. They're everywhere and the staff have begun to fall. I've managed to escape with my mask intact, but the end is near. There's no redemption for me. But I will seek forgiveness all the same. The church perhaps is the last place I find peace. After that, I leave this cursed town for good. That reminds me, saying if you repent when the last second you're dying, that like from genuinely that you'll be fine. That's what they say. That's what they say. I've heard that a lot. But still, it's not good to be doing crazy bad shit while you're here either way. The church, huh? He radios Hunnigan, relaying the situation and the contents of the diary. She promises to notify the higher-ups and arrange for reinforcements. But of course, it'll take time. Neon aside, reinforcements always take time. Hunnigan, I'll send you the blueprints we have on this file for the lab. There's a mention of an underground facility. Looks like you need a key card to get in. Understood, thanks. This better be long because you could tell. It's fine though. He follows her directions and finds the door to the underground section. But as she warned, it's locked tight. He'll need to get in as if he wants to find out what happened to the missing team. Just as he's about to search elsewhere, he hears a faint noise. Then a familiar scent reaches him. Sickly sweet cloying with a strange floral edge. Didn't the hunter say these things only came out at night? The smell thickens, his head swimming slightly. He snaps his gun up. Instincts kicking in and something shuffles closer in the dark. He fires, the gunshot ringing out, but the creature barely slows, advancing with twisted, insectoid screech. Then flames light up in the room. He turns, catching sight of the hunter, her face obscured with her gas mask. Relief flared up, but it's a brief. Which part of the bullets don't work didn't you get? Or do you just like wasting ammo? Neon's jaw tightens, annoyance replacing his earlier relief. Of course she has to make this difficult. Your POV. The man catches up with you outside. His eyes narrow, but you can almost see a flicker of relief beneath his guarded expression. You were following me? Next time, if you want a closer look, maybe just ask. He tried it. I wanted to see if you were as competent as you claimed. You give him a once-over unimpressed. Clearly not. I had everything under control. You scoff, not trying to hide your frustration. Sure, if you plan to stick around, you'll need a mask. Outsider, I won't always be here to save your ass. Name's Leon. And I figured that out myself, thanks. You shake your head and turn on your heel, ready to leave him to his fate. I found a door to an underground section of the lab. You pack nothing back. The creatures probably hide there during the day. That's why their nests are here. You'll never be able to kill them all without going down there. And to get in, we'll need a key card. He nods toward the lab entrance, then looks back at you, his gaze steady. And supplies. If we want to blow this place sky high. You raise an eyebrow, skeptical. We? I'm not sure about it either, but you're going to keep hunting them anyway, right? Might as well join forces. We'll see. You search his face for any sign of deceit, but he just steps back. Annoyingly calm, you don't trust this guy, but you're willing to take any chance to end this, even if it means teaming up. Say please. Fine. I'm not gonna. I really want to team up. I'm gonna say fine. Well, that was easy. Keep talking, I'll change my mind. You pull an old worn out map of town from your jacket. Leon leans in, look at the map, his shoulder brushing against yours. For a moment you catch the scent of him, sweat and smoke from the fight mixed with something faintly sharp like aftershave. It's oddly distracting. You step back with a glare. Here's the layout of the town. Most of the gas masks have been destroyed by the townsfolk, but we might find a few at times at the Uswala throat tightening fire station. His eyes flick to you, catching the hesitation in your voice. Why did the townsfolk destroy the mask? Memories flash through your mind of glassy-eyed townsfolk in a crazed frenzy, their minds lost to the pheromones, to endless orgies. Whoa! Orgies! The way they practically worship the creatures now, like twisted prophets of new grotesque religion. It's against their beliefs. I had a few spare ones, but they got destroyed yesterday thanks to a noisy outsider. A noisy outsider, yeah. We mad. Maybe you should have kept them somewhere safer. Maybe you should have never came here. A faint smirk turned his lips, his voice dripping with sarcasm. And I have missed out on meeting such a charming person as yourself. Oh dear. You glare, hating the way he just won't back down, the way he seems to find humor in every jab. And where can you find explosives? You jab a finger at the spot on the map here, the construction shed. There should be some left in the crates. With any luck, they'll still be intact. Jan studies the map with a faded eyebrow. And then nods. The key card is probably at the church. I found a note about it back in the lab. He looks up, meeting your gaze with that infuriating calm. You're the local. Where do you want to start? Guys, I wish I had a live chat because I'm lost. So, I'm trying to be like, what should I do, guys? What should I do? I'm gonna go with the church first. That's what we're gonna do. The church door is locked and won't budge, so you and Leon find a open window, pushing aside scattered debris as you climb inside. The smell hits you immediately. Thick decay clinging to the air like a warning. Your stomach's twist. The interior is in disarray. Overturned pews, shattered glass littering the floor, dried bloodstains smeared on the walls. Near the altar, bones and tatters, clothing lie in a haphazard pile, some looking fresher than others. No, I don't know. The Lord need to rebuke that. The Lord needs to come in and take the wheel because what is this? The man needs to come in and take the wheel because, sir, I don't think that's help us. A children's night spine. Have the townsfolk been using this place for sacrifices? Moving cautiously as you search the area for any sign of the key card. Over there. He points to a white lab coat hanging on a railing on the wooden balcony near the old church organ. A skeleton slumped over in a twisted, unnatural position. Guess he didn't find salvation after all. You shoot him. Oh, that's the doctor that wrote the ledgers or something like that in the book or the journal. You shoot him an impressed look. His sense of humor couldn't be weirder. I'll go get it. Wait here. It could be dangerous. Stay here and keep watch. I'm fresh. The last outsider you helped at taking with one of the limbs probably no different. Don't tell me what to do. I bet you just want the card so you can get in the lab by yourself. I could say the same thing about you. Your voice echoes loudly in the empty church. The bickering ringing through the silence. Then a sound interrupts. A sound you know too well. The hairs on the back of your neck prick up. Shit. Oh dear. Sugar. You hadn't expected them here. Without Max, the odds are against you. Desperate, you search the room for cover, spotting confession booth in the corner. You won't even make a break for it, nearly colliding as you both try to slip inside. I saw it first. Find somewhere else. There's no time. Gritting your teeth, you climb inside, dropping your flamethrower on the ground to make space. You dig into your jacket, pulling out a pocket of mothballs and scattering them on the floor. The toxic scent should mask your presence, at least for now. As the door closes, 5 creatures emerge from the shadow, then move lumbering, their steps heavy and sluggish in the dim light. Thankfully, it's not night and they didn't see you. Otherwise, they'd be in full hunt mode, releasing pheromones that would spell your end. Inside the cramped booth, Leon's body presses tightly against yours, his chest hard against your back. You shift, trying to create space, but it's impossible. It's such confined air. His breath warms the back of your neck. This is such a trope. The stuck inside the cramped space trope. But his body heat seeping through your clothes. Get off me. Girl, there's no space. What do you mean get off me? You hiss, shoving back against him. Not much room for personal space here. His voice is low, barely a whisper. You really think I'm enjoying this? You open your mouth to spawn before you can make a sound. His hand obviously silencing you as a low snarling noise fills the air. Instantly you both go still, barely daring to breathe. As one of the creatures stops right outside the booth. Its wet, wheezing breaths seep through the cracks, filling the small space. Your pulse hammers in your ears, adrenaline surging. Leon's gaze is locked in the creature's shadow, his body taut, every muscle coiled and ready to spring. For a brief moment, the anger and the tension between you fade, replaced by a strange awareness of his warmth pressed against you, his steady heartbeat against your back, his hand firm but gentle over your mouth. The creature pauses, sniffing. It must have picked up the mothball scent with a snort. It turns and lumbers off the other side of the room with the others. You need to ambush them and get out. Leon removes his hand slowly, leaning close to your ear. I'll lure them, you grab the key card, we get out. No, we have to kill them all. Not right now. Kill them all, follow his lead. I'm gonna follow. I don't think it's good. I don't think we could kill them all right now by ourselves right now. So I'm gonna listen to him and I'll follow his lead. You give a reluctant nod. Leon slowly opens the door and slips out, firing at the creatures to draw their attention. They shriek, lumbering after them, their heavy footsteps echoing in the carnivorous church. With them distracted, he raises his gun, aiming at the lab coat hanging on the balcony. He fires and the coat stumbles down, the keycard slipping free. You dart forward, grabbing the card just as the creatures catch sight of you. The shrieks intensify, filling the air with an urgent, menacing sound. Heart pounding, you sprint for the window, reaching it just as Leon climbs through. He extends a hand, helping you up as the creatures close in. At the last moment, he fired a shot above the window, dislodging a heavy beam. It crashes down, sealing the creatures inside. Their frustrated snarls fade as you both step back, catching your breath. Leon glances at you, a smirk tugging at his lips. See? Wasn't so hard, is it? You roll your eyes and head towards the bike. Let's go before the townsfolk show up. By the time they reach her house, the sky has deepened to a dark, heavy blue, and the evening chill has settled around them. She stops abruptly at the door, noticing a bloody note tacked at the wood, a smudge of crimson smeared across the words. She reads it with a scarf, crumples it in her hand, and tosses it aside without a second thought. Leon glances down, catching the streaks of ink mixed with dried blood. What does it say? She gives it a dry, humorous laugh. One of the town's leaders is warning me off, saying I've killed too many of their precious creatures. They don't like the balance being disrupted. She shrugs, an edge of bitterness in her voice. They've tried to stop me before, nothing new. Aren't they going to come after you for that? Let them try. Her tone is sharp, edged with awareness that speaks of reputation. If they do, we'll have other hideouts, she gushes. She pushes the door open, stepping inside without looking back. What? She mad because I'm doing it? She mad because I'm doing too good. They're mad because I'm doing too good. That's the problem. The haters are coming to my house now. Leon follows and the place hits him like a wall. A strange, stifling mix of mothballs and plant oils. The windows sealed tightly, curtains drawn to block out any stray pheromones. As she moves through the small space, her movements are precise, each step purpose-driven. She glides over the concealed compartment in the floor, pulls it open, and retrieves a gallon of fuel, refilling the flamethrower with a practiced hand. She doesn't spare him a glance, acting as if he were just another fixture in the room, an afterthought. Leon watches her, seeing himself reflected in her harsh routines, the methodical way she checks every corner. Everyone screams survival, but it's more than that. She's wrapped herself in layers of armor, bound tight by invisible barbed wire, keeping the world at arm's length. He's worn the same armor himself, felt the spring over each barbed wire. He knows how hard it is to let anyone get close. You sit on a worn chair, focusing. You sit on a worn chair, focusing on tending to your wounds, cleaning and wrapping them with quick focus on tending to your wounds, cleaning and wrapping them with quick, experienced movements. Wow. Leon is scanning your space. His eyes draw a small cluster at the faded photographs on a shelf. His fingers hover over them, hesitating. When did this all start? You keep your eyes on your wound, tightening the bandages just a little too hard. 3 years ago. I paused, then you add, almost like forcing yourself to speak. The creatures have been around as long as I can remember. They take a few people each month, and no one would care unless it was family. Just some old folklore, a story to scare kids into staying inside after dark. You take a breath, fighting down the memories, clawing your way up. Wow. But when the lab shuts down, everything changed. They came every night like clockwork, taking anyone outside after dark. Anyone who didn't make it inside was gone by morning. Now it seems they hunt whenever they need to, and it helps that the townspeople offer them sacrifices every week without fail. The room was silent. Your words. The room was silent, your words hanging in the air like a shadow. You brace yourself for him to ask about the people in the photos, about your family, about the ones you lost. But instead his voice was quieter, weighted with something you can't quite place. Why didn't you leave? You freeze, hands still on the bandages. You don't answer right away, letting the question settle into the silence. Then you resume tending to your wound, though your voice is flat and controlled. Where would I go? I made a promise. I'm gonna say I made a promise. I'm not leaving until every last one of the things are dead. I mean, because we did make the promise. I don't see what's the point lying to this man. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No past is in a promise if you're not around to see it through. Well, he nods toward the wounds you earned. He nods toward the wounds you earned along the way, and you roll your eyes. Well, that's crazy. Spare me the lecture. Someone had to fight. It just ended up being me. He steps closer and your body goes rapid, instinctively pulling back. But he holds out a small tin, Something herbal and pungent with a mix of earthy scents, lavender and other sharper things. What is this? For injuries, works wonders. Hesitant you take it, your eyes never leaving his. You study him for a beat, finally breathing for silence. What exactly are you? Who exactly are you? He looks at you, his expression unreadable, a flicker of something cautious before he answers. Government agent. It makes sense now, his calm and face of the creature, the way he handled himself during the day, but that doesn't explain everything. You said you were trained for this kind of situation. How many times have you dealt with things like this before? Too many. He sighs for a moment, his face softens. His guard is sleeping just enough for you to catch a glimpse of something deeper. I was a rookie cop the first time it happened. I had to learn the hard way, and afterwards I didn't exactly have a choice. For a brief second, you see something wrong in his eyes, something that feels uncomfortably close to your own reflection. You didn't have a choice either, not in a way of this. Why didn't you leave? Surprise flickers across the face, and for an instant, you catch a glimpse of something like pain. It's not that simple. You think you'll finally get something real out of this, a piece of truth holds onto, but then, just as quickly he walls snap back into place. If someone has to fight, it just end up being me. Oh dang, he copied us. You let out a hollow chuckle, but stop yourself when it fully escaped. Can't afford to get comfortable around him. Even if he doesn't seem like a threat now, you remind yourself that he's just another outsider. For all you know, he's only being nice to you under the skin to make sure you lower your guard, only to leave like everyone has. You shove the tin of herbal medicine back to him, more forcibly than necessary. Here, agent, you need it more than me. He looks down at it, raising the eyebrows. He takes it back, his expression is somewhere between amused and unimpressed. Your reckless confidence is almost charming. I could say the same to you. Careful, don't fall in love. Hey, don't worry, not happening. Good. You settle onto the couch, lying down with half an eye on the door and other Leon, who sits a few away with his back to the wall, quietly disassembling cleaning his gun. Your eyes closed, but your mind stays alert. Every creak, the old house keeping you tethered to consciousness. I can't imagine you barely sleep like that. It isn't just the threats aside that keep you awake. It's the stranger sharing your space, the one who could throw everything you work for into chaos. Sleep. I'll take the first watch. Well, you start to protest, but he cuts you off with a steady look. If we're going to be a team, you'll need to trust me. You don't respond, but you allow yourself to sink into a light, reckless sleep, but senses half tuned to the sounds of the night. The hours stretch on, the room cloaked in heavy silence, and yet with Leon there, for the first time in months, it doesn't feel quite as suffocating. Despite the friction, the guarded words, and the walls you both refuse to lower, his presence makes the silence feel just a little less unbearable. You wake up to the sound of soft clattering in the kitchen. Your muscles are stiff, your body's still on high alert, but as if you blink your eye, the sound of something cooking hits your senses, something you haven't smelled in a long time. A little bit of pancakes, a little bit of bacon. What we got here? You sit up, rubbing the sleep from your eyes. He's cooking. We love a man who cooks. The morning light filters through the cracked window, casting muted shadows across the room. When you finally focus, you see him, Leon, standing by the stove, frying something in the pan. His back turned to me. What are you doing? Why didn't you wake me up? Obviously, we know what we're doing, so Leon glasses over his shoulder. Leon glances over his shoulder before turning back to the stove. You look like you need to rest. And I don't need your sympathy. We don't need it, we said. Well, isn't that crazy? We're going to be fighting together. You need to be alert. What about you? I'm fine. He placed the food and sits down at the table, gesturing with a casual wave. I eat the meal with narrow suspicious but Leon shrugs. Dig in or don't. More from me. You sit down relaxing, glancing at the food, simple but warm. Smells is actually kind of nice, though you never admit it either. It's better than anything you've had in a while. You pick up a fork, stabbing into the food without much ceremony, but you're already feeling a little less irritated. He's getting to us. He's getting to us. Where are you going today? You guys better talk about where you going today. You ask, trying to steer the conversation back to something practical, something that doesn't feel domestic. Leon sits across from you, shrugging as he eats. Your call. Okay, guys. Next, we're going to the fire station. So. You take a deep breath. You take a deep breath, walk inside the fire station, just as empty and abandoned as the last time you came here. Came here before, I didn't know. But I guess we didn't know. What am I talking about? But now standing inside again, you feel You pre- but now standing inside it again, you feel the weight pressing down harder than before. The memories flood back, uninvited. The sound of your father's voice, the sight of him in his gear, the pride in his eyes when he would talk down about the work he did. Oh, our father was a firefighter, guys. Oh. Jan's gaze shifts from the building to you, his expression unreadable. He must sense the tension in your posture, the way your shoulders have gone rigid. Well, the layout's simple. First floor has main room, storage, some lockers upstairs, risky. Probably nothing we need up there. You know an awful lot. Of course we do, boo. Of course we do. You know an awful lot. Of course we do. Not that it's any of your business, but I used to come here a lot. My father worked here. The admission trips up before you can stop it. You immediately regret saying anything, but you don't dare glance back to the gouge and his reaction. You keep your eyes on the decaying cascade, hoping he won't push any further. But of course he does. He hesitates, then adds in a softer tone. If this place means something to you, we can take our time. You stop on your tracks, turning to him. He looks at you. Something that almost resembles understanding. For a moment, it's disarming. You feel a flicker of warmth beneath the walls. You build a sense of being seen that makes you feel exposed in a way you're not used to. You try to hide the vulnerability slipping through your defenses. Meeting his gaze with a hard stare. I don't need your sympathy, Leon. He holds up his hands in mock surrender, though there's something else in his eyes. Something that feels dangerously close to empathy. Fine, no sympathy, just saying it's okay to feel something about all this. His words hang between you, making your heart pound just a bit faster. You ignore it, turning back to the station. Being here already hurts enough. You don't need him digging around in your scars. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop here, and this is gonna be part 1. I'm gonna post part 2 of this, and I'll be back in the part 2.